One can only believe entirely, perhaps in what one cannot see. Virginia Woolf's writings invites us to reflect on our own lives and the world around us with greater depth and sensitivity. Her works offer numerous valuable lessons and insights about life, literature, and the human condition. Now, there is so much of her wisdom that I want to share with you. Let's begin. All extremes of feeling are allied with madness. Never let anybody guess that you have a mind of your own. Above all, be pure. Never pretend that the things you haven't got are not worth having. No need to hurry. No need to sparkle. No need to be anybody but oneself. A self that goes on changing is a self that goes on living. A feminist is any woman who tells the truth about her life. The eyes of others are prisons. Their thoughts are cages. Just in case you ever foolishly forget, I'm never not thinking of you. You cannot find peace by avoiding life. Distorted realities have always been my cup of tea. I am made and remade continually. Different people draw different words from me. In solitude, we give passionate attention to our lives, to our memories, to the details around us. A light here required a shadow there. Be truthful, and the result is bound to be amazingly interesting. Books are the mirrors of the soul. If you do not tell the truth about yourself, you cannot tell it about other people. But beauty must be broken daily to remain beautiful. Blame it or praise it, there is no denying the wild horse in us. I'm terrified of passive acquiescence. I live in intensity. Arrange whatever pieces come your way. Intimacy is a difficult art. I will not be famous great. I will go on adventuring, changing, opening my mind and my eyes, refusing to be stamped and stereotyped. The thing is to free oneself, to let it find its dimensions, not be impeded. One cannot think well, love well, sleep well, if one has not dined well. The beauty of the world has two edges, one of laughter, one of anguish, cutting the heart asunder. The only advice that one person can give another about reading is to take no advice, to follow your own instincts, to use your own reason, to come to your own conclusions. How many times have people used a pen or paintbrush because they couldn't pull the trigger? It is fatal to be a man or woman, pure and simple. One must be a woman manly or a man womanly. I always had the deepest affection for people who carried sublime tears in their silences. I feel all shadows of the universe multiplied deep inside my skin. Women have served all these centuries as looking glasses, possessing the power of reflecting the figure of man at twice its natural size. I have a deeply hidden and inarticulate desire for something beyond the daily life. Language is wine upon the lips. Writing is like sex. First you do it for love, then you do it for your friends, and then you do it for money. A woman must have money and a room of her own if she is to write fiction. I can only note that the past is beautiful because one never realizes an emotion at the time. It expands later, and thus we don't have complete emotions about the present, only about the past. As long as you write what you wish to write, that is all that matters. And whether it matters for ages or only for hours, nobody can say. It may be possible that the world itself is without meaning. Literature is strewn with the wreckage of those who have minded beyond reason the opinion of others. When I cannot see words curling like rings of smoke around me, I am in darkness. I am nothing. Fiction is like a spider's web, attached ever so lightly, perhaps, but still attached to life at all four corners. Growing up is losing some illusions in order to acquire others. Why are women so much more interesting to men than men are to women? Love, the poet said, is woman's whole existence. I have lost friends, some by death, others by sheer inability to cross the street. What does the brain matter compared with the heart? They can because they think they can. To love makes one solitary. Friendships, even the best of them, are frail things. One drifts apart. When you consider things like the stars, our affairs don't seem to matter very much, do they? As long as she thinks of a man, nobody objects to a woman thinking. The truth is, I often like women. I like their unconventionality. I like their completeness. I like their anonymity. I really don't advise a woman who wants to have things her own way to get married. The history of men's opposition to women's emancipation is more interesting, perhaps, than the story of that emancipation itself. I don't believe in aging. I believe in forever altering one's aspect to the sun. Nothing thicker than a knife's blade separates happiness from melancholy. I am rooted, but I flow. I thought how unpleasant it is to be locked out, and I thought what it is worse, perhaps to be locked in. Virginia Woolf's writings continue to resonate with readers, offering profound lessons on the human experience, art, and the complexities of life. Thank you for staying with us.